Welcome to Paradox TV. My name is Alan, coming to you. Wow, it's been a good day. It's been a really good day today. You know, in the industry where I'm working, things have got busier. After the vote was cast, and before that, all the kind of misdirection and what's going to happen, and it looks like nothing's changed, and people are saying, actually, do you know what I love about the United Kingdom is we've got a stiff upper lip. We say, do you know what? Yeah, let's carry on. And that's why I love you, because you are awesome. I think it's really important as well to point out the fact that I voted out. And I'm proud. I'm not a racist. I'm not a bigot. I'm a guy who's done his research and knows that this corruption, which is the EU, not the people, but the EU, the unelected bureaucrats, are trying to control you, the ordinary individual. They're trying to take your votes away. They're trying to convince you you've done something wrong. They're trying to convince you that everyone has to have the same. Everyone except them, for example, that they still have to maintain and be in control. But here's the point. Things are changing. A lot of countries have started coming out and saying, do you know what? We too want an EU referendum. We want to have some kind of say in the direction of our country. And it's almost rushed along the plans that we knew that were coming anyway. Because the powers that be are coming out, all guns blazing, saying, nope, you're not allowed one. Nope, you're not allowed one. I read an article that the far right, now where do I stand on the far right to the far left and the centre? It doesn't matter. I'm a Christian. I love my fellow man more than anything else. I've done nothing wrong in my life. I've tried, I haven't done anything physically that I know of, or mentally to try and harm my fellow man. You know, I've tried to live in peace. I've tried to go home. I've tried to be a good family man, and I've tried to do the things which are right. I've made some mistakes along the way, but who hasn't? But here's what I'm trying to get across. I'm not a racist. I'm not a bigot. I don't see people for the colour of their skin or what people choose to do with their time. That's down to them. I'm charged to love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy well-being, and to love my neighbour like myself. And that's what I'm charged with. What are you charged with? Another story. So yesterday we heard a news story that, they're saying, nope, really sorry, you can't come out of Europe. You can't have an EU referendum. Then we've got another story here, which I just want to bring out. Has Britain avoided a European superstate? France and Germany draw up plans to morph EU countries into one with control of members' armies and economics. So if I, as a person, was looking at this and I said, you know what am I seeing? What am I seeing the beginning of? I'm seeing the beginning of total and utter control, total and utter dominion, where the people of the world are starting to make their move, and they're having to make it quick. It's accelerated the plan for the NWO. It's accelerated the plan for globalisation, where they're saying, do you know what? We can't hold on anymore. We've now got to accelerate and go forward. So how are they going to hurt the great British public? How are they going to hurt us? Because we voted out. On the 23rd of June, we voted out. How are they going to come for us? It's really quite simple. They're going to come for us through our money. They're going to come for us through the thing that they love most in the world. Yeah? Money. So here's another story. Why have Britain's banks been hit so hard by the referendum? The worries over the city have sent shares plunging. Well, I would have thought that would be very interesting. You see, the bizarre thing, which no one ever tells you really about shares, no one actually knows who's in charge of actually saying what share prices should and shouldn't be. Yeah, no one can tell you. It doesn't matter which trader, broker, whoever you speak to, no one can tell you officially what a share is going to do. So the point being of why have the Britain's banks been hit so hard? I would have thought that was interesting, or I thought it was an interesting point, because Hey, the one percenters, the bankers, the people with the real power, the people that are controlling you to do what it is that you got to do, and now coming out all guns blazing and say, we're going to teach you a lesson. We're going to teach you a lesson, UK. How dare you? How dare you leave the EU? How dare you vote? You're all racist, you're all bigots, and all this other rubbish. But the point is that we did vote out, and we've got to stay strong, because all the politicians are going to start coming out soon, go, well, let's have another referendum. Let's have another vote. Do you know what? No, we voted out. We voted out of this corrupt system. So give us our dues. Support the British public. You bunch of lying politicians. Stick to your word. Another one here. Corruption. It's enough to make you weep. Tory Peer, who broke down as MEPs gave him a standing ovation, is set to walk away with a £250,000 payoff after resigning. Ooh, how my heart weeps for this man. The way that it works, unless you haven't figured it out, is the corporations run Europe. Yeah, the 1%ers, the bankers, they run Europe, and they do it through lobbying. And the idea is they tell the European politicians what to do, and the European politicians then do it. And you haven't got a say over any of their policies, whether that be crooked fruit or the fact of your Hoover is or your Dyson is too powerful. You haven't got any say in it. It's completely corrupt and completely wrong. So here's the point: we need to stay strong as a country, as a oneness. We need to stay strong. Europe is fulfilling its destiny. The EU is fulfilling its destiny. Firstly, it is becoming, in Revelation 13, it is fulfilling the prophecy of Revelation 13. And if you haven't read Revelation 13, go home, look at it after this and read it, because it's self-fulfilling itself. The second point is that they are after a communist, socialist state where you are told what to think and what to believe. And interestingly enough, all of these things are moulding into one pot, and it's all coming true. If you also want some other references, go and research Pergamon. Go and research where Pergamon is today. Go and research the stand that Hitler built, that he stood upon in Nuremberg. Go and research these things, because they're massive, because all these things are symbolic, and they're everywhere, But we because of you, on the 23rd of June 2016, because you said no, because you said enough, because you said we want sovereignty, we care about our country, we care about our people. And do you know what? We haven't got all the things right, but we have the opportunity to set them right. America have now come out and with Obama and other people, Mr. Obama, and said, you know what, England could be, wow, actually thinking about United Kingdom, if we think about it, it could become like Norway. It could be a great thing, couldn't it, on its own? They lie to you to tell you what it is that they want you to believe. As it's been said, as the Nazis did it, you make the lie big, you keep telling the people the lie, and then, baby, you're going to believe it. Yeah, which runs into the Titanic sinking. Go and research that they let 1,500 people, or just over 1,500 people die. Go and research the moon landing. Yeah, did we really go to the moon? Who knows? The fact that the rocket that they opposed the Apollo 11 went up in, yeah, the rocket had less technology than your iPhone. And then go and look at the September the 11th, where they let 3,000 people, or over 3,000 people die. And how many people had to die because of that episode? You make the lie really big, You keep telling people the lie, and then people will understand it. And do you know what? If we haven't blown ourselves up, or if the Lord hasn't come back, in 100 years, they'll look at all this period of time in the last 120 years and before then, through all of this merging and corruption and disgustingness that we've created as a human society. And they'll look back at it and they'll laugh and they'll go, my goodness, how did they believe that? Whoa. Signing off. I love you. Stay strong, because I'm out and I'm proud. I voted out and I'm proud, and I love you if you did the same. God bless you.